Hey, D Book, Devin Booker, bro. Luka got you again, bro. Yo, I hope that's not Devin Booker's signature shoe. I know y'all seen the pictures of the Devin Booker signature shoe, the joint that say "book" on the tongue. Like, yo, this the Luka too, Devin. You gotta catch up, and your shoe gotta be a little bit more extra than that, bro. Why that joint look like an Air Force One, bro? What's really going on over there at Nike, man? Come on. What's good, family? You are looking live at another episode of Special Delivery, and today we're diving into another signature basketball shoe. This is Luka Doncic's Luka 2. This is his second signature shoe, and this one is pretty cool. It honestly reminds me a little bit of the old Chris Paul line that we used to have. I don't know if it actually exists still today. Somebody at Jordan, can y'all let us know, does Chris Paul still have a signature shoe? Because I don't think he does. He still wears Jordans, but it's never like a Chris Paul Jordan. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is the Luka 2. It's a pretty good shoe. Some really nice details on this joint, and we gonna go over them. But before we do, y'all know the vibes, man. We gotta actually crack this thing on open. So let's get it done. All right, let's crack this thing on open, man. See what we working with. These are smooth, man. This is a smooth sneaker, man. So the thing I love about this shoe most is the colorway. Honestly, it's got this purple and black vibe to it, as you can see, with these little splashes of blue in the joint, which really reminds me of Chris Paul's old signature sneaker line. Not only in the cut, the build is kind of the same. It's a sort of low to mid cut signature sneaker, but then the colors just remind me of that OG sort of Hornets look that Chris Paul used to have on his signature sneakers. But the materials, you got a range of different materials on here, and they all seem to be pretty strong, pretty rugged. You got this mesh right here, this thick mesh material reinforced right here on the toe box and the vamp right here. Goes up into this nubuck ring that is just going all around the sneaker, as you can see right here. It just literally goes all the way around. You go to the tongue here, you got more mesh right here, and this is a really thick tongue, really cushioned tongue right here. And then you got the eye stays that are really thick, reinforced, really you can tell when you pull this sneaker, it goes really tight. And then the laces are flat, which obviously allows you to pull a little bit more. You go to the top of the tongue right here, you got that Luka Doncic logo right there, which is a pretty cool logo, one of the better logos in the NBA right now, I think. Then you have these two pull tabs right here. You got one down here by the vamp, and then you got one up here on the tongue, which is a really interesting touch on this thing to me. You go to the back heel, you have this Latin phrase right here. This is non exeris, I think, which it pairs with another Latin phrase on the other shoe that I would get into right now, but I feel like I'm messing the pronunciation up. So the English translation is actually just never surrender, never give up, which is a tattoo that Luka Doncic has. And obviously his number 77 is right there. It's a Luka sneaker, so obviously. Then you have this the stacked midsole right here with that Formula 23 foam that's supposed to give you a little more cushioning on your sneakers. And then you got the this really cool traction system on these joints right here. So this is a nice looking sneaker aesthetically. I would tell you guys how it performs, but I've never run in these joints. Obviously with basketball shoes, that's the thing. To really know how good they are, you have to actually play in them. So that's a TBD on this one for us here for now, but I really like the look of this sneaker. Like I said, it reminds me of Chris Paul's old line, which I was a huge fan of. That's what I used to wear back in the day. But yeah, man, this is a good shoe. But really, the main thing for this shoe for me is that it is Luka Doncic's second signature shoe, which is a really big deal on Jordan Brand. So let's talk about that for a second. This right here is Luka Doncic's second signature shoe. This is the Luka AI colorway, which is supposed to be something that comes from his alter ego personality that he created with Epic Games. So there's like a virtual version of Luka Doncic out there, which is pretty weird, but like, I don't know, I guess it fits in with the whole metaverse thing. And also, Luka is a big gamer. As y'all know, most of you Mavs fans out there, he came into the league playing Fortnite, like that was his thing, which is pretty crazy considering how great he was at basketball almost immediately. Like for him to be a gamer is pretty tight. But I think this colorway right here specifically, this is probably one of my favorite colorways that I've seen so far of the Luka 2, and it references that whole alter ego thing. So, you know, more power to it. But bigger than that, and I think more importantly than that, like this is Luka's second signature shoe, which is something that, you know, it took a while for us to get here. He didn't get a signature shoe immediately, like say LeBron James did when he first came into the league. And considering how good Luka was when he immediately stepped into the league, I'm kind of surprised it took this long. But the fact that we're here now, I think is a pretty big deal, because he is one of the best 3, 4, or 5 or so players in the NBA right now. He's only getting better. He's probably going to win an MVP or 2 at some point. Like, it's going to happen. And he has a signature shoe with Jordan Brand. Like, that is a big deal. And it's a big deal because of just what Jordan Brand has been able to put together with their roster at this point. Like, I think they have one of the best signature sneaker rosters in sports right now, bar none. Let's dive into that. I know we talked about that before, but I think it's very important that we just continue to take stock of this. So let's get into it. Jordan Brand has had a lot of athletes who have held their signature game down for a really long time. Like, you look at Chris Paul, who had a signature line. I'm not sure if it still exists or not, but it was really good when it did exist and when it was popping. And then you had Carmelo Anthony once upon a time. You got Russell Westbrook now, who is going on to his 7th signature shoe in this upcoming NBA season. So yeah, Jordan Brand has had a pretty solid signature run, I would say. It hasn't been like notable, but when you look at what they've got now with the young nucleus that they've put together today, I think the future is so bright for performance basketball in Jordan Brand. Like, you've got Jason Tatum, whose shoe we've had on the show. You've got Luka Doncic right here on his 2nd signature sneaker. You've got Zion Williamson going on to his 3rd. And then you've got all the WNBA athletes that Jordan Brand has signed in recent years. And then you've got, say, Rui Hachimura, who plays in Los Angeles, one of the biggest basketball markets out there. And who knows how that could go. He just had an amazing playoff run. Maybe he doesn't get a signature line, maybe he doesn't need to, but I'll tell you that Rui 8 and the Rui Jordan 36, like, that was a pretty cool thing. And I hope that we just see a lot more of that coming from Jordan Brand. But the thing is, man, like, as far as rosters go, if we want to look at this from a holistic standpoint, I think that Jordan Brand's future when it comes to performance basketball is brighter than pretty much any other brands out there, including Nike's at this point. Like, they've got 3 of the best players in the league, and that's a pretty dope spot to be in. Now, look, performance basketball hasn't really had a great run. Let's be honest, in these last few years, outside of LeBron and Kyrie's lines, whose lines have really caught people's eyes consistently? Like, you can't really say that anybody's has done it. Now I think Jordan Brand has a chance to do that with these athletes here. So let's see how it goes, man. I'm really excited about it. I know we at Special Delivery are in general, but hopefully it goes well, man. But either way, that's a wrap for this episode of Special Delivery. I'm your boy Sykes, and this is the Luka AI Luka 2. That's a weird name. But anyway, we out. Peace.